Hey, Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater here. We're in the Martin booth with Chris Martin himself.
Good to see you, Mitch.
NAMM 2025.
Here we are again, yeah.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
So, during my career, I was there when we made the millionth Martin.
I remember, yeah.
And the 2 millionth Martin.
I remember.
And I'm still here for the 3 millionth Martin.
Wow.
And that's what this is.
That is fantastic. So tell us the story here.
Okay. So it's a Dreadnought, the iconic Martin shape. And this time around, the previous one, if you remember, we focused on the journey from Europe to New York. And actually on the pickguard, we had, etched in Lower Manhattan, and we put I believe a ruby inlay at 196 Hudson Street. So today, even though we're going to acknowledge that, we're going to bring it back to Pennsylvania. So on this virtual slice of a tree, imagine this tree was planted in 1833. And as the tree grows, things happen to my family's business. One of the first things was that we moved to Pennsylvania. But we were not allowed to live in Nazareth. Nazareth was a closed religious community. They were progressive except around family. And if you were not born and bred Moravian, you couldn't own property in Nazareth. So we moved to Cherry Hill, which is right outside the town of Nazareth. And then in 1858, the town incorporates itself. And in 1859, we moved to what we call the Old Factory at the corner of North and Main. There are many other milestones along the way. I don't have the cheat sheet, so I can't remember what all of these are, but at some point, probably up here somewhere, my father convinces my grandfather we need a new factory to accommodate the demand from the folk boom in the 50s and 60s. And so in 1964, we opened the new factory at 510 Sycamore Street, and lo and behold, unbeknownst to my father and grandfather, that happened to be the same year there was a thing called the British invasion. And all of a sudden, a whole new generation of musicians and players and listeners embraced the acoustic and the electric. The folk era was mostly acoustic. Oh, by the way, you got to see the Bob Dylan movie because it's all about folk music, and then that transition from folk to folk rock. So and then we bring it all the way home. Lots of gold on this guitar, as you can see. This is called a Moravian star, so it acknowledges the connection between Martin and Nazareth, Pennsylvania. And like I said, the current factory is at 510 Sycamore Street, and that happens to be a sycamore tree.
Fantastic. That is crazy.
So much fun, yeah.
I have a giant sycamore tree in my backyard. It looks just like that.
There you go.
I'm pretty proud of myself that I didn't touch the guitar with the microphone. That's what you think. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Sell it by the pound.
By the pound, yeah, that would.
There's a lot of gold in there. A lot of gold in our hills.
Nice and solid. Thanks so much for telling us the story. Great to see you.
All right, I'll be out sometime later this year. I'm coming out to Sweetwater with Craig.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, see you then.
Take care. Thank you for joining us here in the Martin booth. We've been checking out the 3 millionth Martin guitar with Chris Martin himself. Fantastic. It's unbelievable. If you ever get a chance to check it out in person, you gotta see it. So cool. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater, coming to you from NAMM 2025.